Look at the look at this. Look at the difference here. Sleek, feminine, like pouty lips, very pretty, hourglass shape, giant assets. And then yeah, down here you have Lara Croft, right? Guys, I think the new Lara Croft looks better, but I still don't think she looks as good as she used to. I mean, Lara Croft used to basically be a rich model who was also a Tomb Raider. And they've sort of dumbed her down, and in the most recent animated series, she looks like a man. So I think that there have been improvements, but it's still not as good as what it should be. But let's see what everybody else is thinking.
New discoveries waiting behind every door.
Racist, sexist, homophobic.
What? It's a Gundam. He's just a piece of crap.
Another Game Awards has passed, and with its passing, beyond meaningless awards, are game trailers that the average consumer is hyped for, and the seasoned gaming veteran is ambivalent towards. Much to my surprise, a new Tomb Raider was announced, and it actually looks good. Gone is the 2013 reboot where she haphazardly survives events while looking filthy and dingy, flat as a board, and carries a ton of white guilt. Now we have the triumphant return to form for Tomb Raider. To think that we were but a stone's throw away from another horrible board game.
Does she look that much different? Like, does she really look that much different? I mean, like, from the image he showed, I didn't see that much of a difference.
That prominently featured a trans man and a crippled black woman with 2 pieces of rod for feet, with a half-shaved head, no less.
No, that didn't happen. That did not happen, right? That's got to be fake, chat. What Tomb Raider game was that? They didn't do that, right? Those were not the characters in a previous Tomb Raider game. It actually was true. There's no possible way. Kind of? I mean, Divine kind of. I mean, this looks true. Who is buying this slop? Did anybody actually buy this? There's no way anybody actually bought this, right? This looks like it was like a tabletop game, right? Jesus Christ. Think it was canceled? Good, it needed to be canceled. We talked about this earlier. You should definitely cancel this shit out of things that don't respect the gamer.
Perfection.
In this version, they weren't raiding tombs, but were returning artifacts. Power to the people.
I've never.
What is going on with that too? What is like the change of Lara Croft is no longer raiding tombs to collect and pillage for herself, and now she is like taking items back. When did that happen? Like, when did we change the canon of Tomb Raider? Shouldn't they call it Tomb Returner? Never cried before while working on a game because of how visceral yet healing it felt. Tomb Raider Shadows of Truth tackles anti-imperialism as its design ethos and carries that into the mechanics. The team did a wicked job. Can't wait for you guys to play it. What the fuck is this? Nobody wants to play this garbage. Nobody wants to play this slop. There's no way this was an actual game. So the shift and the whole idea on this game is to capitalize on minorities, is what I'm understanding. The whole point was to try to grab a modern audience and try to get them interested in the game, which like never worked,
cried
right?
before while working.
And it's gone.
Even Tomb Raider
So it did get canceled. At least it got canceled, right? At least it got canceled.
Remastered, game where they basically begrudgingly gave us all the classic games that look a little better, had a disclaimer at the beginning. You would have thought that Tomb Raider had committed war crimes back in the day.
The games in this collection contain offensive depiction of people and cultures, rooted in racial and ethnic prejudices.
I guess they can't shoot a black guy wearing a tiki mask anymore without feeling shame.
These stereotypes are deeply harmful, inexcusable, and do not align with our values at Crystal Dynamic. Rather than removing this content, we have chosen to present it here in its original form, unaltered, in the hopes that we may acknowledge its harmful impact and learn from it.
And this actually sold pretty well because people liked it.
Boys, what is going on with all of these fucking trigger warnings? Why would you even put that in this game? Who cares? It is literally pixels. I don't even know what to say. Other than there's a reason this game sold well and the other one got to be canceled. And that's because this game was made for gamers and the other one was made for journos and activists. Dude, Lara Croft will never be hot enough. Dude, if this is really how their team feels, I'm actually very, very, very concerned for the new Tomb Raider. Like, transparently, if this is really how they feel, I'm actually very concerned. Why do they still have epilepsy warnings on video games? Dude, I feel like it's dumb as fuck. No, not woke Raider. It's going to be terrible.
Believe it or not, shooting black guys in tiki masks really gets the kids going.
Stop him!
Thankfully, all of this bobbed. Worse than AI moderation on YouTube. An acrobatic, English accented, dual wielding pistol Lara Croft is back. Her boobs are a little smaller, but oh well, you can't have everything, I guess.
That is the thing. I think that she is definitely much, much better than she was, but her boobs are smaller. Her boobs are smaller, right? Let me look at this. So at the end of the day, though, it is definitely leaps and bounds better than the like boy Croft that we had during the animated series. I don't know why. They literally just took a male's body and then put Laura's head on it. You're mad at the animated series? Well, didn't the animated series do the same thing that the Shadows one we talked about earlier did, where it was basically Lara Croft was returning artifacts instead of pillaging them? Like, isn't that what they did there?
Those triangular breasts really got me through those lonely nights, Stu. The fact Amazon Game Studios in the mix is kind of wild to me, but I guess this is how Amazon is going to try to tie the game hype into the Phoebe Walker-Bridge Tomb Raider Prime show, which I'm sure, if it's anything like the last Indiana Jones movie, it will be an absolute triumph. You didn't see that coming, did you? The usual suspects online found the character model to be hypersexualized. The same people that scream, "This work is real work," find video game characters offensive and sexually charged. Go figure.
Wait a minute. So they're trying to say, hold on. So they're trying to say that this character is sexualized because she's wearing a tank top and she's not fucking dog face ugly. So when is being attractive, like when did being attractive become being over sexualized? When did that happen? When did we equate like femininity and beauty and just existing in that type of body to be sexualized? When did that happen? She's more attractive than they are. I mean, I think that is the problem, right? These like deviant art fucking freaks online can't deal with the fact that somebody in a video game is more attractive than they are. I think that is sort of the problem here, right? That is the crux of the problem. Dude, ugly activist women are doing it? Yes.
Is it woke to say I find the 2015 Lara Croft more attractive because she looks like a real human being instead of a supermodel?
I'm going to wank vigorously today. I'm going to beat my meat like King Cobra till it bleeds and I get botulism.
He's sexy without knowing he's sexy, and that's really sexy.
If I'm being honest, I don't really care. I haven't played a single Tomb Raider game.
That right there is all you need to know, chat. This person right here, Weed, this is the person that you don't listen to. Do you know why you don't listen to him? Because if I'm being honest, I don't actually really care. I haven't played a single Tomb Raider game. So you are just some internet activist that wants to censor games that you yourself are not even going to play. Your entire opinion is null and void and needs to be removed from the conversation. But the problem is, these people have somehow convinced gaming studios that if they just make these women ugly as sin, that they'll somehow play the game. But this person has never played any of the games, even when they made Laura ugly. So why would you try to pick this person up as an audience member when you have a whole bunch of people who already like Tomb Raider and will play Tomb Raider if you don't make it woke as shit? There's a certain community that doesn't want women to look like women. That's all you'll say. No, there absolutely is. This is around the time the social justice warriors became a thing. Yeah. It's definitely trying to be an ally. There's like a whole lot of things wrong with this, but basically you just ignore this entire criticism.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here!
Then your opinion doesn't matter and shouldn't matter. Game devs have listened to people like you for the past 10 years, and finally, they've realized that people like you don't buy or play the game. What?
I think what happened is there was a level of criticism that you could not like espouse online for like about the last 10 years. There was a level of if you said anything that was against this like woke narrative, you got canceled. If you went against the norm on Twitter, you got canceled. If you said something on Facebook, you got canceled. If you said something at work, you got fired. There was this whole level of over woke correctness that happened. And after Elon Musk bought Twitter and after a few other things happened, and especially with like the election of Donald Trump, which showed like a pushback to these narratives, you started to see people that were just okay saying what they thought again because they didn't have to worry about being canceled. So what happened was there was like a level of toxic positivity in the gaming industry, which through DEI hires and a bunch of other weird practices allowed people that hated video games to make video games. And then these studios would not let you talk bad about it. And that's how we got this like nasty junk garbage that nobody wanted to play produced over the last 10 years. And now finally we're able to push back on it and we're able to see these studios and these games fail. And I think it's good. Either might as well do a sex change, use a fat male Lara Croft. That would sell some units, wouldn't it? Judge is looking extra handsome. I'm doing what I can for you, Logic. They couldn't push back even if they wanted to back then. No, because you'd get fired. You would get fired.
This new design of Lara Croft is really jarring. I joked that she looked like an anti-woke Facetune photo of make gaming characters hot again, but I don't know if it's a joke anymore. What do you mean? She's fighting for her life and has a thick set of false.
The worst part is this right here is I guarantee a AI generated picture. And this is either some like bot from Pakistan that's trying to like sow like discourse around these conversations, or she looks nothing like this. Yeah, this is jarring. This is jarring that she looks pretty. How dare she look pretty? It's a video game. Why does it need to be hyper realistic? It doesn't need to be hyper realistic. It just needs to look the way they want it to look, right?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's clinical depression.
It is really funny to see how the exact gamers I'm calling out on this post got really upset and mad that I made a joke about their fictional person's false eyelashes, laughing my ass off. Thank you for literally proving my point.
All right, let's pull her up, chat. Let's pull her up. Let's pull her up. Let's try to understand who Stella is here, right? So Korean. I'm a host and producer, award-winning journalist, esports host, analyst, and commentator. Let's make something great together. So let's see what some of her posts are about, right? Hold on.
I can't wait to start Ghost of Videotape.
Hold on. Aren't her tits out? Like, I feel like her tits are out, right? Like, why is she sexualizing herself? Why is she sexualizing herself like this?
I've heard so many good things and how beautiful it is, and
what the fuck was that opening?
holy fuck. I can't wait.
Why is she doing this to herself? I'm so confused. Oh my god, sexy gamer girls don't look like this. Like for subs, yeah. Tomb Raider is an IP designed for teenage boys. It's not for grown women. It's not for queer folk like myself. It's not even for grown-ass men. Lara Croft is a character designed for the sole purpose of luring males between the ages of 16 and to 21 in buying a video game. So, like, the target demographic for video games, right? Like, this is the target demo for gamers, right? Male gamers between the age of 16 to 21. Like, no fucking shit, they made a game for their target audience. Like, like, duh, fucking nail on the head here, right? Worst take yet. She's a queer icon, and she always will be. 90% of the fan base is LGBTQIA+. She's inspired millions of women, which I know plenty of women, including Rusty, who love Lara Croft and love the fact that she was a badass bitch and she was hot. Like, that wasn't a problem for people across the globe in a world designed specifically for male audiences. She broke every single barrier and she's still thriving. Yeah, and it was a game designed for 16 to 21-year-old males where they played a female lead and they had fun with it. What I don't understand. I don't even understand what we're trying to see here. Nobody had a problem with this, right, chat? Like, nobody had a problem with this because she was still hot, right? Like, you can have muscle mamas in games and nobody cared. It was when you made her ugly as fucking shit and gave her a Chad bod. That is when you pissed people off, right?
Hey, listen.
Like, am I wrong? But the thing is that someone awoken me in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with fairies. Lol. Honestly, dude, the fairies. I remember being a young lad and remember seeing these fairies for the first time. I made sure I found every fairy fountain. I was very hopeful that there was maybe a mess up on the outfit down in the lower region, if you know what I mean. I spent a lot of time checking out the fairies when I was younger.
Good lord.
Thank you, plain Asian gaming journalist woman. It has really changed my thoughts and feelings about this. I'm going to reevaluate myself and I quote, do better. Oh, by the way, this is also her earlier in the year.
I'm about to play Dark Souls Remastered and play the first game for the first time for no particular reason at all and not for a specific character that probably shows up for like a second. No, not at all.
Oh, interesting.
I have no idea what that
Truly
means.
a gaming journalist moment.
I just see it as a regression. I got into the franchise because of Survivor Trilogy, where she was strong, capable, and fully rounded character.
She was not strong, capable, and fully rounded character. That was the weakest iteration of Lara Croft. What are you talking about?
It was a
Funny.
breath of fresh air to see a woman occupy the space of Nathan Drake and Indiana Jones, and pivoting from blatant sexualization of the 90s, acrobatic ass shots, fully exposed skin during tomb raids. I just feel like this is a step backwards. Why give us progressive Lara if you're just going to take her away?
Dude, don't uglify my shit. Yeah, absolutely. This is literally a video game. This is literally a video game, chat. So is there a problem with Lara Croft in a bikini raiding tombs? Is she going to get fucking pneumonia? Like, it is literally pixels. None of it exists. It is there for you to enjoy and enjoy your experience with it. These are people who just are chronically offended and they want to talk about this shit online to try to score brownie points. And honestly, I think a lot of it is main character syndrome. Look at me. My opinion's important. My opinion's valid. Look at me. Give me likes. Give me clicks. Make me popular.
Because it didn't sell. And in full disclosure, I bought the Tomb Raider trilogy games. And I remember nothing about them. And I played them all. In fact, the third one was so boring. I made it to the Tiki Island. And I was appalled to find out I couldn't shoot black men in tiki masks. So I turned it off.
The games have unlockable outfits.
Lest we forget this.
Look at this. Look at the difference here. Sleek, feminine, like very nice, strong features with like a little bit of softness, like pouty lips, very pretty, hourglass shape, giant assets. And then, yeah, down here you have Carl Croft, right? Like if you erased this ponytail and showed this same thing, you'd be like, oh, that's Laura's brother. That's Laura's brother, Carl. Look at Carl down here helping. Good old Carl Croft's always there to help his sister out.
Sexually ambiguous Netflix version of Lara Croft where she was clearly gay and built like a dude. She had more muscles than Stephen Curry on his best day.
Netflix didn't make Lara Croft masculine. She looks the same.
Do you not have eyes, Kayla? Even your profile picture. This has to be a meme, right? Like 100% this is a meme. This is a meme account, right?
Hey,
Tomb Raider
listen.
1 through this is 100% a meme that just got baited into the video. Yeah, because they have the better looking Lara Croft as their profile picture.
Oh, let's see what ChatGPT says about these two character models.
The character is perceived as female based on visual cues such as body proportions, facial features,
What is the perceived sex of this character based on ChatGPT?
character design, conversations commonly used to depict female characters in video games, and adventure media. In the Netflix version, this character is perceived as male based on visual cues such as broad shoulders, muscular upper body, narrow hips, and overall masculine body proportions, facial structure, and a straw jawline and brow. Clothing and gear styled in a traditional masculine way.
Do you think Do you think, chat? Do you think that they used a male skeletal structure when they designed the new Lara Croft? Because once you pointed out, her hips are kind of narrow. If I recall, mocap was in the movies. Yeah. What was the reason for this? Yes.
Presentation and posture typically of a male action adventure character in anime. Tomb Raider on Netflix creators Jill Joey Soloway is trans in the director. Makes sense. Tasha Hugh, Woktard director. Marlo Hester, I probably got this name in, I don't care. Also trans. Story.
This right here tells you everything you need to know about how this got fucked up. There was so much self-insertion here that this was doomed from the start, because you're taking 0.01% of the population and injecting their narrative in a video game or in a show that is supposed to reach a broader audience. Yeah, more self-insertion. I get it. Like, you're fucked up, right? Like, your life is fucked up. Like, I get that. But you can't just, like, push your narrative, because nobody is going to relate to you. This is a story about a strong girl boss, right? If you're going to onboard males, then you need a sexy character. If you're going to onboard females, right, then you're going to want to give her her girl bossness, right? So that was the gap that you were able to bridge with Lara Croft. She was a badass bitch, and she was hot. Bam, both audiences. Now you made this crazy, ugly, masculine woman who is self-hating and who is giving back everything that she's stolen. Who is relating to this?
Storyboard artist. I wonder why
Girl boss
Laura
has negative
looks
connotations
like
too.
Larry.
Thanks, Disney. Yeah.
They really wanted me to tune in on this show, but I tuned out. He's got singers today.
I think that you almost have to not use the word girl boss and just say badass bitch. Because if you're like, hey, she's a badass bitch, guys are going to be like, yep, yeah, she is. But if you're like, oh, she's a girl boss, then a lot of guys are like, dude, this is so ruined, right? You don't have to lose femininity or attractiveness to be a relatable woman. Tell that to everybody who's designing all of these characters. If you are feminine or attractive at all, they instantly hate you because they cannot relate to you. And they cannot relate to people wanting to relate to you or the fact that people find you attractive. They want to do their self-insertion to try to change the narrative because nobody finds them attractive. So since nobody finds them attractive, they're going to beat you over the head telling you that they're attractive until they change the perception of men. How dare you make so much sense, Judge? Everyone knows it's men's fault. Patriarchy is to blame. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ah! Oh my god! Stop!
At the end of the day, the gaming industry is now realizing that the last 10 years of making female characters have a jawline that even Henry Cavill would envy wasn't a money printer. Meanwhile, games like Stellar Blade made its creator a billionaire by pleasing the gaming audience rather than appeasing progressives that usually hang out on Twitter or Blue Sky.
I played Stellar Blade this year. It was my first time ever playing it. Yeah, girls are hot, for sure. Costumes, amazing. Game, actually good. I actually had a lot of fun with the game. I actually thought the game itself was good. Storyline, it was mid, but the actual like moment-to-moment gameplay was a lot of fun. Honestly, I thought it was.
That buy nothing and protest everything. It's a net negative. I hope that the new Tomb Raider plays as good as it looks.
Dude, him saying buy nothing and protest everything is like the best phrase ever.
Sure, Lara Croft looks a bit like a mix of the original, which we all love, with that survival version reboot in the 20-teens. But hey, whatever, I'll live with it. You know, better to get a little something I like than none. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's make games for gamers and not for lamers.
Hey guys, I think this was a good video. I had a lot of fun with it. I think that they were able to control the narrative in a way to talk about this and push back. I do think that there are a lot of critics online who will never, ever, ever, ever buy this content, but they are going to be the ones that complain the loudest online.
Hey, listen!
And I do like to see that game companies are starting to push back, even if they're not able to fully push back. I don't think you can fire all of these DEI people fast enough to make the changes that you need to make. But I do think that some game companies are healing. And while I still think there are going to be issues with the new Tomb Raider because of them lowering the difficulty and everything else, it's nice to see the industry healing, at least to some degree, right?